Lee from Johnny's Selected Seeds is here to tell us a little bit about this verbena. It almost looks like it glows, Mary Lee.
Yes, unfortunately for this variety, it's called nothing but Verbena bonariensis, which is its Latin name. It should have some wonderful romantic name. Nobody's come up with it, and perhaps that's all right too. This is actually an heirloom. It was found in the early 1800s in Buenos Aires.
Wow, there you go.
Hence the name Verbena bonariensis. And there have been no improvements done to this particular species from the time it was found. What we're seeing right now, and we've offered this in our catalog for 4 years now, is a resurgence of interest in this plant, not just with home gardeners, but with botanical gardens and parks, because this is a great plant, sort of mid to back border, which there are a lot of plants that are lacking.
Exactly.
It also, even though it's intensely colored when you get on top of it, it's very airy looking from the back, from a distance. So you can have other plants around it and behind it and still see them.
Yep.
Exactly. Another huge advantage for this plant is that it's a nectar plant for bees and butterflies, and in fact, as you can see, there are quite a few bees in here right now. Yesterday this was covered with butterflies. I think the sunlight brought more butterflies out, and every once in a while you'll see a hummingbird zip in here.
Oh, that's great.
And so it's got a lot of applications for the gardener that wants to butterfly garden or bee garden, which are two popular pastimes at this point in time.
So when were the seeds planted for this particular
This
plant?
was planted the very beginning of May, and it's blooming now at the end of the first week of August. This plant will continue blooming like this, looking very much like this, getting a little bit taller as the flowers increase in size up the length of the stem, right up until frost.
So it'll get about 4.5, 5 feet tall?
In
Possibly?
a good site, yes.
In a good site?
Yes. In a good site, yes. 4 feet is what we consider sort of average height for these guys.
And we can trim these off and put them in vases in our house?
You can. I will mention that the one thing that some people who like to have white tablecloths might get annoyed by is that they petal shed. You don't have to worry about that though. I mean, not all flowers will hold their petals forever. What happens is every time a set of petals fall off, another one is right there behind it to fill in the spot. You'll never notice it in the vase, but you might notice it on your tablecloth.
And so what are some of the problems you see with this verbena?
Actually, we've seen no disease problems and really no insect problems, which is a really unique feature. You know, we've not had any fungal problems, we've not had any specific bugs that do damage so that we don't see the flowers as they should be. So there's yet another advantage for this plant: disease and insect tolerance, perhaps even resistance.
That's great. So it's Verbena bonariensis. That's the seed you want to pick if you'd like this variety in your garden from Johnny's Selected Seed Catalog. This is a great flower to pick, to clip, and put in your own vases in your house. So get out there and get growing.